we're gonna attempt a black and white marble effect with gold accents and silver accents. So right now I have white in the cup. The background is gonna be white. Obviously. This is another Dutch pour. So what I'm gonna do is try to not waste a lot of white, because this is pretty much it. This is all the white I got left. But it may take this whole cup. And I'm gonna try to blow it out to stretch it a bit. And I'm gonna also tilt the canvas. I don't want to use all of this white if I don't have to, because I really gotta make this stretch. So in the cup is white, pure white mixed with titanium white, a white base pouring medium. I think I also put iridescent pouring medium in here for shimmer, and also the Liquitex pouring medium that I always use. So we shall see. I'm not sure what's in the white pouring medium, probably glue. I don't know. That one was purchased separately from Walmart, so let's try to blow this out and see what happens. And then whatever space is left, I'll fill that in with the white that's left in the cup. Okay guys, I didn't paint the sides this time. I'm gonna torch the air bubbles. I did tape off the sides though. So, well, I taped off the back side because I don't really care if the paint drips, but I haven't been liking how it looks lately. There was also something in the paint, so I'll fix that in a second. I think this needs more butane, so I may stop and fill this up in a second. So I can't tell. I think something was actually in the paint. I don't know why, because I mixed this purely, so it may be that new pouring medium that has chunks of stuff in it. Because these aren't bubbles, these are. And it could also be the iridescent medium that I use, because sometimes it dries up around the tip of where it pours from. So I'm gonna go in and fix the sides off the camera because I didn't paint the sides. So I'm just gonna continue to pour that extra white that I have, because for whatever reason, every canvas that I use, whether it's Gallerie wrapped or not, when I use the thinner paints, they don't sit well in the corners. So I'll finish this off camera and come back to you guys, because I gotta get this paint off with my hands before I touch something. Okay, you guys, so I'm not gonna worry about torching the bubbles until the end, because I made a boo-boo. As I was filling the torch with butane, I overfilled it, causing it to leak a little bit, and it spilled somewhere on my tarp. But because it's clear, I can't figure out where it spilled. So we'll worry about the air bubbles in a second. I really don't know what the stuff is in my paint that I keep having to pick out by hand. I'm assuming that iridescent medium had dried chunks in it, because I don't really use it that often. And also, I'll say that me using the pouring medium that I got from Walmart might have thinned the white out way more than I wanted it to be. So hopefully I can manage how much of the colors I squeeze out of this bottle. Okay guys, I'm gonna stop there because I feel like if I go any further, I'm gonna mess up the entire marbling effect. I actually like this, minus that little white part of the canvas that's about to show through there. So hopefully I'm gonna torch this and see what happens. Hopefully I don't catch myself on fire, right? So I'm gonna go over the edges with the little bit of white that I have left, because that really rain off the canvas there. So guys, my desire for this painting, once it dries a bit, yeah, this white is really thin, y'all. It's really showing, the canvas is really showing through because of that pouring medium that I used. That's different from, and maybe I shouldn't have used 2 pouring mediums. I should have just picked one and used that one. But I actually love this. This is my first time attempting the marble effect. Aside from the paint, the white paint being too thin, which is kind of what I wanted, but not wanting at the same time, because I didn't want the black and the gold to sink to the bottom. As usual, you can't see the silver at all except for right there, and a few squiggly lines there. But I don't want to mess this up. I kind of like this. So the plan is to put crushed glass throughout. I don't know exactly where yet, but that's the plan. I really wanted to bedazzle this one, I guess you could say. But yeah, let's try to torch this and hopefully we don't blow it up. What do you think? Drop some comments below. Like the video if you like the turnout. Like I said, I'm gonna leave it as is. I don't want to take any chances of messing this up because I am clumsy. So but while we're still rolling, I'm gonna do what I always do. No, well, not what I always do, but I just started doing. Sprinkling some glitter in there and see if that makes much of a difference at all. And basically, I'm holding this up high like a salt and pepper shaker and like just letting it fall wherever it falls. This is all over my carpet and like clothes, by the way. And this is the glitter that I use from Wal-Mart, y'all. Either I just shook it like a salt shaker, or I just shook it like Salt Bae. What is he doing now? Is he still around? He went viral for a minute, then I didn't hear anything else about it. Okay, guys. So this is my first attempt at a marble piece. I love it. I won't say I love it. Love is a strong word, but I like it. I think it was a successful attempt of what I was trying to do. Not necessarily the design that I was going for, but it's something, right? So kind of got a cluster of tiny cells there when I torched it. I wasn't trying to do that on purpose, but I had some air bubbles there. So again, that white paint was really thin, if you can see the sides. I'm gonna try to pour over that one more time and hopefully it dries the way that I want it to dry. Okay, y'all, so I left some of the cells over here, but to break up some of the colors, I went in with this small dotting tool and just like winging it, I guess. Hopefully the canvas doesn't show through once it dries. but I'm just going in certain areas and pulling those colors that I wanted to have more of a marble effect. So I'm even dragging the white through some of those. I've had a camera in view, but I'm just dragging whatever colors on the dotting tool through to kind of like break up some of these chunkier bits, I guess, or the ones that don't have much definition. Okay, so like here, just going in and doing a little squiggly line, pulling that design through just to break up some of that color so it doesn't look uniform, right? So that's basically what I did. I did the same thing for this part of the black. It was a cell there and I didn't want it there, so I just used the dotting tool and stretched that out a little bit, broke up some of that color. And yeah, so this is my marbling effect. Like I said, I'm going to keep those cells over there. Kind of like them, but these ones, I'll show y'all what I did. It's a little bit of lacing in there, but that's just it. Just that simple. This big old black dot here. Run some white through it and break it up so it looks more marbled, so to speak. But yeah, again, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I got drip for sale. I got drip for sale. Hey, so when you're tired and you're just getting off work, but you promised your client that you have their painting done by Monday. So this is a commission piece. It's already sold. We discussed what she wanted, and I'm about to give it to her. So I will be using E6000 to glue down some glass pieces. I will be using I think it's Ashland. I don't know, I'll double check. We're going to be using some silver glass, maybe a little bit of gold. I hadn't decided yet, but definitely silver to put on this marble piece as requested. I'm going to just sporadically place this. And I've learned from my last crystal piece, I'm going to place the glue first, then the glass, and then I'm going to do that as I move from placement to placement instead of just putting the glue down first and then adding the glass, because the glue doesn't dry fast. It takes 24 hours to bond, which is why I'm doing it right after work, because I get off early in the morning. And then it should be dry by tomorrow, which is Sunday. And then I'll add the gloss coat then. So whatever falls out, and then the extra thick crystal glaze, clear glaze varnish, whatever it's called, it also helps to adhere the crystal glass so that there's minimal fall. And it also makes it shine. So yeah, the last time I put the gloss first and then put the glass and the glue. So we're going to do it in reverse this time and see if that gives me a better adhesion. So I didn't have much fallout the last time. Most of my fallout came before I did anything to the canvas because I was impatient, couldn't wait for it to dry, and started moving the glass around. Anyway, let me stop rambling. Let's get started, shall we? Okay guys, I don't know if I've been saying crystal glass this whole time because I'm tired and I'm waiting on the Benadryl to kick in because my allergies are kicking me. But it's Ashland crystal glass. I keep saying crystal. It's Ashland crushed glass. I'm going to get this right one day. So this is what I'll be using. Silver and maybe a little bit of gold. The gold is bigger. I've already explained this in another video that I probably haven't posted yet, but will be posted. So I've decided to add the glass sporadically. No particular placement. And as I say this, I've glued the lid to the tube. So, all right, let's go here. This canvas is 98% dry. I'm going to try to avoid the wet area, which is here. And for the gold, probably gonna do here. So I'm gonna do 2 lines at a time. For the gold, I'm using a little bit extra glue because the gold is big, y'all. Oh.